Alright, so based on this figure, so we need to determine the required rebar for a 20 millimeter if the ultimate moment that the beam will carry is 120 kilonewton. Of course, we have some givens here, which is the F prime C is equal to 21 megapascal and the Fy here is 420 megapascal. The diameter of stirrups is 10 millimeter. Okay, on this non-rectangular beam, which is in the sample problem, so, ang kailangan muna natin gawin dito is we need to determine the preliminary given, which is we need to determine first what is the effective depth of this section. Of course, given tayo ng ating ultimate moment, yan yung pagbabasihan ng ating design later on. So, para makuha muna natin yung ating effective depth, best to assume that the arrangement of our reinforcement is in the single layer. Okay? So, what we need to do here is we need to just add first the concrete cover, which is by default, this is 40, plus the diameter of stirrups, which is 10. And then the half of the main reinforcement, which is 20 over 2. So our effective depth here, this is now equal to 440 millimeter. So the next thing that we need to do here, we need to determine the beta 1. So for our beta 1, which is depending on our FRMC, which is 21 megapascal, this is between 17 and 28 megapascal. So the beta 1 here, this is now equal to 0.85. So the next step is we need to determine the gross area. Since yung ating effective depth is reaching our area of reinforcement, ibig sabihin lang yan class, yung gross area natin is this one. Okay? Ibig sabihin lang po niyan is you need to determine this composite shape natin, which is by simply first multiplying the 800 millimeter and the 100 millimeter. So that makukuha natin yung area nung nasa itaas. And then para makuha natin yung area na nasa baba, what you need to do here is you need to subtract your effective depth sa thickness na nandito para makuha natin yung height nung nasa lower portion. Then multiply with the 300, which is ang makukuha nating gross area. This is now equal to 182,000 square millimeter. Okay? So next thing that we need to do, we need to determine the moment capacity at the offset dimension. Kasi possible kasi na yung moment capacity natin or yung ating computation for value of A, yung height natin dito, possible kasi na lumagpas yan sa 100 millimeter or possible na hindi siya lumagpas. That's why we need to determine first what is the moment at this flange or dito sa ating offset dimension. So, given by this formula, at ang gagamitin ko dito is yung area of the compression block, which is this one. Okay? So, minultiply ko lang yung 800 sa 100 para makuha ko yung area nung nasa top na ito. Ibig sabihin lang na to, titignan natin kung kakayanin ba netong area na ito nagdalhin yung ating given moment na 120 kilonewton meter. And of course, yung ating moment arm, which is yung kalahati ng 100 hanggang doon sa ating area. Okay? Which is 440 minus 100 over 2. So yung moment flange capacity natin, this is now equal to 501.228 kilonewton meters. Ngayon, we need to compare with our given moment na 1,200 kilonewton meter. At ang lumalabas dito, mas kakayanin pa ng ating moment at the flange yung ating given na demand. Ibig sabihin lang yan na yung value ng ating A dapat, it should be less than 100 millimeters. Okay? Now, ibig sabihin lang nito, yung area of compression natin, somewhere here. No? So ideally, dapat hindi siya lalagpas ng 100 millimeters. So ibig sabihin lang yan, we can now proceed muna sa ating still area limits. Of course, dalawa lang yan. The maximum and the minimum still area. For our maximum still area given by this derived formula and substitute lang natin yung mga nakuha natin kanina, ang lalabas dito is 2,817.75 square millimeter for the maximum still area. But for our minimum still area, so dalawang value lang yun, for the first minimum still area natin, which is given by this formula. So, ang makukuha natin dito is 496.446 square millimeter. However, the second minimum still area given by this derived formula, so ang makukuha natin dito is 606.667 square millimeter. obviously, kailangan natin kumuha dito ng pinakamalaki sa dalawang minimum steel area natin. And ang mag-govern dito is 606.667 square millimeter. Ngayon, we need to solve now for the actual steel area. We already know, or ideally, dapat yung value ng makukuha nating A should be less than 100 millimeter as our offset dimension. So for our area of compression block, this is just simply A multiplied by B. Or should I say, 800 multiplied by A. Kasi yan lang yung sakop natin. No? So ideally, since na-figure out nga natin doon sa comparison ng moment capacity ng flange and then doon sa ating design moment capacity natin. Okay? So from the moment capacity, we will use this formula. So of course, mababago lang dito yung area of compression block and also yung ating moment arm. Okay? So for our area of compression block, we will use here, once again, yung 800 times 8. However, verify lang natin na yung moment arm natin, it should be half ng height of A up to the effective depth natin, which is nasa center ng ating steel area. Okay? So once we substitute all of the values, ang makukuha nating value ng A, this is now equal to 21.759 millimeters, which is this is less than 100 millimeters so that it can satisfy the condition. Okay? So, gagamitin natin yung value ng A para makuha natin yung value ng ating steel area. Under equilibrium condition, which is this one, sinubstitute ko lang dito yung 800 times A and then sinubstitute ko lang din yung ibang given. So, ang natira lang dito for our unknown is the steel area or the total steel area that we need to solve. So, our total steel area here, this is now equal to 739.793 square millimeter. Okay? Dahil yan po class ang gagamitin natin para sa comparison natin. Okay? So, i-compare natin siya sa minimum at sa maximum. So, in comparison first with the minimum, hindi po bumaba sa 606.667 yung ating actual steel area. While in comparison with our maximum steel area, hindi po lumagpas yung ating actual steel area. Ibig sabihin po yan, class, satisfy po yung section natin as a singly reinforced beam. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, we can now determine the required number of reinforcement. Napakasimple lang yan kasi i-divide lang natin yung total steel area sa area ng isang reinforcement natin. Okay? So, substitute lang natin siya directly so that ang makukuha nating number of rebars, this is now equal to 2.355 or round up tayo, 3 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter of the reinforcement. So, ito po yung ating sample problem for that.